Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Solo Leveling Rise video. My name is DFree, and today we're taking a look at the brand new image in-game of Cha-Hin for the anniversary. But first, make sure you guys do support if you're not currently supporting somebody through the link down below in the description. Currently, I have 2,000 Essence Stones and more, so make sure you do support, again, via the link down below in the description to get those rewards, and I will send them out to you personally and manually. All right, so earlier today, it was revealed over on the Solo Leveling Rise news Twitter, not the official account, but so basically we got to look at Cha in game. So we had data mines of her model and all that stuff floating around like a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago when we got the update and all that stuff, and now we're gonna kind of see what she looks like in game officially. Let me see if I can blow this up as much as I can. Actually, let me open it in a new tab. How about that? Let's do that. Okay, so let's blow that up. Okay, it's about as much as I can make it look. All right, so here's Cha, and this is clearly an alternate Cha. It's also our second Cha that's actually a new character because, you know, we've got different skins, of course, but this is actually a brand new Cha-Hin. Cha-Hin, the Pure Sword Princess. Oh, that name has a ring to it. So I personally have not been keeping up with Ragnarok. So I don't know anything about Ragnarok, so I don't think this is from that, so you can correct me if I'm mistaken. I don't think this is from that. In fact, there were data mines floating around as well, or leaks, I guess I should say, about a month ago that it would be Cha that would be for the anniversary, and that's what this is. This is the anniversary hunter. She's coming out on the 7th or 8th of next month, I believe the 8th, so in a few weeks. She'll be releasing as part of the first anniversary celebration. I don't know if they're gonna do a part 2 like some other games do, if they'll do some limited gacha stuff. We still have never had a limited gacha. I'm not hoping that we do get one, but I don't know what they'll do. But we did see data mines a while ago that she is from the VALKYRIE guild, I believe, and that she's actually an alternate universe Cha-Hin that is the guild leader of said guild. So that's pretty interesting, right? They're gonna definitely be doing that a lot. And one thing that's really cool about Solo Leveling Rise is that they have had a ton of opportunities with all the characters they've been releasing, like Shimizu Akari, I point to, or the other game original character. Shimizu's not that, but the game original characters, they have opportunities to expand on the Solo Leveling universe, like quite literally, because again, she's an alternate universe character. I'll talk about that in a minute, but they have the ability to expand on the story of Solo Leveling by, with the side characters we don't see much of, like a Shimizu Akari, like I was mentioning. They put literal, like, fully produced manhwas in here. Basically, they're not really like fully, you know, they're only a few pages, right? But they put origin stories for these characters, stuff that we don't actually see in the literal manhwa or the novel, anything like that, because the side characters, like a Shimizu, again for the third time, don't really matter all that much to the overall story. So I think that's really cool about the ability that Solo Leveling Arise has, and all that stuff is not stuff they're just producing on the side without, you know, full collaboration. That is fully collaborated stuff. So that's really cool. And so with this, they did say in an interview a few months back that they would eventually start looking at alternate realities, alternate universe type stuff, and that's what this is. And so yeah, they could do other hunters like Liu Zhigang, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with foreign names. I think it's Liu Zhigang, I think. Anyway, I'm trying, right? I'm trying. They could do him. Like, I know a lot of people want him really badly, and obviously there are other really hyped characters that we can see down the road, and there are characters that could have been in contention for a celebratory release as opposed to a retread character that's an alternate version. But you know, I think this is pretty cool, and I think it's nice that we're getting this as well, because it does open the door for more alternative stuff. So in terms of her in game, my God, Jinu scared the hell out of me. In terms of her, I think she's actually going to wind up replacing Alicia as the water DPS. Funny, Alicia's in my lobby, but Cha is not. But I think she's going to be replacing her as the water DPS on the current in-game team. And again, if you're not somebody that cares much about the meta or all that stuff, it's not like a huge deal. But one thing I will say that's going to be cool is that when we get her, we are actually going to get an origin story related to her, and that full-on background and all that stuff that we typically see with these characters. Like, here's another one, like I said, with Kanai, where we get these. We're going to get one of these as well for her and see the hunter origin, and that's going to be pretty awesome to see, like, the backstory of like how this came to be. I mean, if you don't play Solo Leveling Arise, I think you absolutely should, at least if you're a fan of the series and you want to get this expanded lore, right? That's so cool, right? Like, see, they got Amamiya Mireille and they implemented her with Kanai, right? She's a game original, I'm pretty sure, but you know, that's pretty cool. We're gonna get one of these for Cha-Hin as well, and we're gonna get the full overview profile for her. I'd assume it's mostly the same, but you know, with Cha already in game, like I said, with her different variations, this is our regular Cha-Hin, but it's going to be cool to get that alternative version of her. And like I said, the water DPS is something that we do need. Well, to be fair, you don't necessarily need it. They could just balance chains Alicia if they wanted to do that. But with Seren releasing, and again, Maylin Fisher also being here, with the next workshop of Brilliant Light being weak to water, presumably because Seren does have the effect where she is expanding her effect in workshop, and unless it's for Vulcan, which I doubt. Again, I'd expect for her to be the new water DPS for this team, primary DPS for this team, probably scaling off of defense or HP. I'm not sure which one gets the bonuses throughout this team. I think it's defense, but you know, so that's where it's pretty interesting. But what do you guys think about a potential, not potential, it's happening, but like a Cha-Hin release? And what do you want to see now that they've opened the doors for this? Like, it would be kind of, somebody had a comment that I saw where they were like, it would be really cool if we saw for some of these alternate hunters like a fully specced out versions of some of these characters where they turn into just alternative things. Like, what about a speedster Thomas Andre, like things like that? But there's also going to be people that are sticklers and don't really want to see their series change all too much, and I can understand it, right? I can absolutely understand why that would be the case for some people, of course, but I think that, like I said, that really does open the world of possibilities overall. So I wanted to just kind of see what some people were saying. Not interested enough female hunters will pull for Lenhart. Okay, Lenart. When is Steam Deck release? I think that was autumn that it would release on Steam. Any chance related to solo leveling Ragnarok? Like I said, I don't really have much info on Ragnarok. I've purposely avoided it for now. I'll get to it later. Here's the back profile if you wanted to see that. The sword right there, that's pretty cool. Somebody took an image of her. Again, my apologies, she's not in my lobby for me to report on that specifically. I have to rely on these other images as well. So she's cool there. I do like that line there. Not when my job is to get my team home safely. That's really cool. I do like that from her. So yeah, that's mostly it. Not really a ton of interactions here, but overall, let me know what you guys think on the Cha-Hin release. If you guys are interested, make sure you do follow the Solo Leveling Arise news account, or me on Twitter as well, at DFree DBZHD, linked down below in the description. And again, for the freebies, make sure that you do support. It is huge. Getting 2,000 Essence Stones and more consistently every couple of weeks, getting these drops from us is massive. So if you're not supporting another creator, if you're just supporting nobody, and if you're eligible to do so, because I think it's region restricted, make sure you support me. I'd appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you all later.